What's up, guys? Ringside Brandon Kyle here. I am in Folsom at Nexus Jiu-Jitsu, the home, the gym of Andrew Kerfoot.
That's right.
Andrew has a fight coming up. Welterweight division for King of the Cage, January 7th. Andrew, how you feeling? How's camp going? How are things right now getting ready for this fight on the 7th?
You know, I feel really good. My body hasn't felt this healthy since I was maybe 18, really. So that's kind of why I'm taking the fight. I feel really good. Weight feels good. I'm about 180. I still have 2 weeks, so I'll lose a couple more pounds, make weight no problem. Tweak my back a little bit, but that's par for the course for me. But I feel great. I'm ready to go. I'm going to put my hands on someone's head and do the work that I've been showing all my students, so it'll be a good time.
So I met you way back in the
Long
day.
time
Caesar
ago.
Gracie, we go way back.
Right.
Smash as well, from up here fighting and
Sure.
whatnot. I don't know. I know you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You've done a lot of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Have you forayed much into the MMA world, or is this kind of something that is a new challenge for you?
Yeah, I did a few MMA fights back in the day when I was 17, 18, 19. I actually had a fight. My first fight was at Kung Lee's gym in Mountain House or somewhere up there in the Bay. So I've done some MMA stuff, but it's been a long time, like 14 years or so since the last time I was in a cage. I've had a lot of injuries since then, been really focused on my jiu-jitsu, but I've been doing Muay Thai and kickboxing for 15 years, dabbling, less so focused on it, but with the jiu-jitsu, the grappling, and a little MMA stuff, it's been a real focus of mine for the better part of 20 years. So it's me kind of coming back after 14, 15 years off, and just showing my students that I can do what I show them, what I teach them, and that what I teach them is actually real, that it works. That's my goal here, is to show my students now who've never seen me fight that I know what I'm talking about and I can play the game.
Well, and I can imagine you own a full fight gym, so,
Right.
you know, if it was just a jiu-jitsu gym, you know, you'd just be working on your jits, but because you have a Smash Fallon here, the kickboxing coach, you end up working a lot of stand-up yourself, correct?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So Smash has been here almost 2 years now. The gym's been only a little over 2 years old, and we've sparred every Friday since he's been here. So I've been getting the training in that I've needed, that I haven't focused so much on before. I did a bunch of jiu-jitsu matches over the last couple years in front of my students, so they've seen that. But I have a whole MMA program that I have, my own style, and me and Smash have worked that together into his style as well. So we have a system, and I got to show people that my system works. When they go fight, the system works for them, you know, and that's great to see. But they need to see me doing it, me performing this system, and understand that it's actually it's reality. It's real. I'm not just blowing smoke. So that's my goal here. That's really the process. And so I'm just dipping my toes in. I'm not sure about who I'm fighting. I don't even know the guy.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is, you know, do you have any idea of the opponent, or
No,
I mean,
I don't know much about him. I just know.
so you
that
have a name though.
something Monet.
Okay.
Mark or Martin or Matt or something Monet. I know that he's a self-proclaimed striking coach from Montana, and that suits well, right? Because I can strike, I can mix it up, but if it goes poorly for me, then I can always rely on the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. So it's a clash of styles, effectively. So I don't know a lot about the guy, though. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how tall he is. I don't know anything about him other than he's 0-1. So he has a little bit of experience in pro. And this will be my debut, effectively. And other than that, I don't know much. I'm just going to go in there, mix it up, see what happens. I plan to stand and throw some hands. And then if it gets a little mixy, a little dicey, I'll grab a hold of them and
Take
put him
it,
in one of those.
take it
Yeah.
where it needs to go. Tell me
Do
a little
that.
bit about. I mean, you're running a gym. You're getting ready for a fight camp. You know how hard it is to get ready for a fight because you put fighters through that.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about trying to balance those two things, because you have to teaching can be exhausting,
Sure.
mentally, physically, and then now you're training. You're also in student mode half the time. So is that a tough balance to juggle those things?
It really, really is, honestly, to be in coach mode and then be in training student mode where I want to learn, I want to get my time in. That's really difficult. So what I ended up doing these last 2 weeks leading into the fight is canceling all my kids' classes. So I don't have to think about my kids' program and setting up the proper training for them. I can kind of get that out of my head. And then all my students in my jiu-jitsu classes, my kickboxing classes, and in Smash's classes, they know that I'm in like high gear. They know the deal. So when I'm training and when I'm teaching, they expect a little less from me, and I'm expecting more of them. So they're showing up for me quite a bit and understanding that this is time for me to grind and push. This last 3 weeks, 4 weeks is really just me beating everybody up. And they all support that. They all love that. And I've had the conversation with them like, hey, I might be a little bit of a prick the next couple weeks. I'm cutting weight, and I'm gonna be mean when I train. I'm gonna put my forehead in your face. I'm gonna hit you with elbows. I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna really go for the finish. And they all accept it and love it, and it's really been awesome.
There's definitely a different intensity when you're getting ready for a fight. You mentioned you've been cutting weight now. Your fight's January 7th. We just celebrated Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, Christmas and cookies and honey glazed hams and all of these things. Has it been tough to withhold from kind of indulging in those Christmas treats?
Yeah, it has been rough. I have a strength and conditioning coach who put me on an 1,100 calorie diet every day. And there's only 3 ounces of oats in the morning is all the carbs I get. And that's been strict for 2 weeks. And because my weight wasn't coming down. I was just up at the 189. I couldn't get down. And then I lost 7 pounds in like 8 days. So I stayed really strict on that. And then my lady, she's Polish. She made a bunch of traditional Polish Christmas stuff. And she said, you have to eat with me for Christmas. So I broke the diet that one day. I did not tell my coach, so just, don't tell nobody. But I did break my diet that day. Had a little bit of the traditional stuff, and I gained some weight on it. I probably popped up another 2-3 pounds off of that. But I still have 2 weeks, and I'm really focused. I'm really dialed in, and that weight, I'm not concerned. I'm the opposite of concerned with the weight. If the work is done, the hay's in the barn, I'm ready to go.
The trade-off can be good too mentally, to have like a recharge day where you just you forget about it for a day, celebrate Christmas with your lady, eat some nice Polish food.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was
100%,
it's definitely worth it.
100%.
All right. Well, tell everybody, the viewers at home, how they might be able to find you on Instagram, your gym, and then when and where you're fighting.
Sure. So as far as the gym goes, it's Nexus Jiu-Jitsu in Folsom. I also have a YouTube. It's Nexus Jiu-Jitsu 2009 or something like that on YouTube. I put a bunch of technique videos on there. Most of it's with my lady or with a couple of my students. There's a lot of really good information on there if you're looking for just kind of some answers to certain jiu-jitsu positions or techniques. And I'm going to be putting more MMA and kickboxing stuff on there as well, featuring Fallon. As far as what you can expect fight night, I'll probably end up knocking him out with a head kick. That's my kind of guess there, or a spinning back elbow. And if none of that works, I'm gonna take him down and I'm gonna finish him with something tricky. So that's what you can kind of expect. Fight is in Orville at the Gold Country Casino and Resort, January 7th. Still got a few tickets for that. They're going pretty quick. I don't have too many left. A bunch of my students are going, obviously, but you can get tickets at the door. Show up, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm fighting. Another one of our students here is fighting Val, and then Smash is fighting. So it's a big night for us. We're going to show up big. There's a lot of other fights in the card. The energy there is cool because it's a smaller venue.
It is. I've been there. It's
yeah,
dope.
but the energy's like high. So show up. It's fun, man, and we'll hit the bar after. Have a good time.
Let's go. Great. I love the Gabriel Gonzaga Crow Cop call out.
Yeah.
The grappler goes, I think I'm going to win by head kick.
Boom.
Do it, man. All right, we'll see you there January 7th.
Let's go.
Let's
Thank
go.
you, brother.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah.